Check 1 2. Testing 1 2. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, people of the world, you tune into another episode of Soundcheck with RHETMATIC and D Styles. Beat Junkie Sound. Salute, salute, salute. What's going on, everyone? We're back again. Man, it's already May. What the hell's going on, man? What's going on, everyone? Soundcheck and live in effect on twitch.tv, also youtube.com and usound.com. So, of course, my name is RHETMATIC, and let's welcome back my Beat Junkie brother, who was off for 2 weeks, the one and only D Style.
Yo, yo, yo.
Yo, D.
What's going on, Rhett? How you doing, man?
It's cracking, man.
I'm back, baby.
You're back. Are you back from your sabbatical?
I mean, I had to take a week off to catch up on some projects. You know?
Oh, man. I know. We'll talk about those, but man, you got a lot of projects you've been dropping. I mean, well, shoot. You're dropping one this Friday.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. Myself and Napoleon the Legend dropping our album this Friday. Invincible Rap Beat.
That name already sounds crazy right there, man.
Yeah, man. Yeah, you know, like it's like one of those things where the music just kind of wrote itself, and it's a nice fusion combination of you know, beats, rhymes, and turntables. You know what I mean?
Nah, man. I mean, some of the cuts I've been playing. I mean, even for you, E, I know how you like more slower beats, but you have some beats that are kind of like, oh, word, you like made it up to 98 BPM and shit.
I mean, I tried to, you know, like I've been trying to mix it up lately.
Okay.
You know what I mean? But I think my natural go-to is usually slow beats. You know what I mean?
Right.
But yeah, man, I'm trying to like have more range. You know what I mean?
Ah, man, that's what's
Trying to
up.
be like you, right?
Shit. I'm still trying to catch up to you doing 30 beats already. Like, so speaking of Napoleon, he has a you know, actually a line partner that he rocks with. That's our special guest tonight. All the way from Brooklyn, New York. We got the one and only man. Don't kill me. I might mess up her name. You know, so,
Get it right.
NEJMA Nefertiti. I hope I got it right. But you know,
Queen.
Yeah.
Yep,
So,
yep.
but like, you know, that's our special guest for tonight. So, you know, as we usually do, as we kick it off for the show, we like to give flowers to our special guest and do a little tribute mix. Should we do that?
Sir. Let's do it. Let's get right into it.
All right. So let me just put you in the green room right there, and then let's get into this, guys. Do a sound check. Yes. With RHETMATIC and D Styles. We're gonna start it off with this. A joint called Horse Door. Man, I'm gonna mess this name up. Hors d'oeuvres. Napoleon the Legend and NEJMA Nefertiti, and you're checking out
Sound check.
We speak from the ground floor. We speak from the ground floor. Grassroots. 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 We from the floor. Grassroots. We from the floor. Grassroots. We speak from the ground floor. Grassroots. Bottom up economics, man. I don't want the beef, I just want the peace. The conflict shit is for the birds, I just want to eat. I don't want the beef, I just want the peace. The conflict shit is for the birds, I just want to eat. I don't want the beef, I just want the peace. The conflict shit is for the birds, I just want to eat. I don't want the beef, I just want the peace. The conflict shit is for the birds. I don't want the beef, I just want the peace. The conflict shit is for the birds, I just want to eat. I want people to live decent, $30 wage. Shorter hours and no longer modern day slaves. Co-ownership and profit sharing, no profiteering. Fuck your diamonds and your Donna Karens. No Karens bitching, everywhere my jurisdiction. Locally grown foods in my perfect kitchen. Been through the valleys and been through the peaks. Life could be a bitch, I seen the ass, I've been through the cheeks. Me and NEJMA on the prowl, drinking mezcal. Powwow, give each other bow. Walking through clouds, every year new style. Run 1 or 2 miles with my head up. Ooh, child, I got that RZA Wu style. Shaolin monk chi, drunk monkey. Dumb. Old positive blood type, still nothing nice. You won't know till you do something twice. I never run from life. I caught a lucky hand, flights on a buddy plan. Got a beard, bald-headed with a lovely tan.
I'm from another sphere, agreed to be here. Some lost their motivation, many of us disappeared. I'm from another sphere, agreed to be here. Some lost their motivation, many of us disappeared. I'm from another sphere, agreed to be here. Some lost motivation, many of us disappeared. I'm from another sphere, agreed to be here. I'm from another sphere, agreed to be here. Some lost their motivation. Many of us disappeared. Some locked behind cell walls. Some liberated their fears. I've written 10-page letters to my little brother, sealed it with tears. I think I'm all cried out after the loss of my mother and peers. Now I'm a one-woman show, and my eyes are so clear. They always said I was a female majesty. I never told you this, but took it as a compliment. Was glad to be, and said it happily. I came so far from where I was, where I had to be. Learned quickly to make my own choices, no matter who was mad at me. Me and Poe run on a different kind of battery. I know I'm dope as fuck, don't need the extra high flattery. So much beauty and agony. Most people can't see past the anatomy. When I see your success, I don't sit there secretly wishing it was rather me. I just reach for my own wisdom, vision, insight, and mastery. Make every audacity unway. Make sure to do it actively. Never got anything resting passively. The sun in my solar plexus, the glow is infectious. Nefertiti banging glass tables attached to my necklace. I rap ambidextrous with both sides of my brain. Then I tap into a divine perspective from another terrain. Got a relationship with Mary Jane, high on a plane. Reminiscent of being in Venezuela, eating fresh cane. My mind is a force, I get creative and transform stress and pain.
Sound check.
Show me who's successful, who behind them benefits. Put a mirror to their face, notice them get sensitive. Show me who's successful, who behind them benefits. Put a mirror to their face, notice them get sensitive. Show me who's successful, who behind them benefits. Show me put a mirror to their face, notice them get sensitive. Show me who's successful, who behind them benefits. Put a mirror to their face. Show me who's successful, who behind them benefits. Put a mirror to their face, notice them get sensitive. Everything you know about rappers, I'm the antithesis. I'm what happens when you mix the soul with some arithmetics. Made music selfishly, mixed sense is infamous. Sooner lit me, test lyrics, broke down the system. Refusing victimized, I stand by my brothers. I'm Sigma Phi, Epsilon, high echelon, spit till my breath is gone. Then you can send the con. Smith and Wesson song, next level lexicon. Standing next to devils, that pentagram is a hexagon. Like the shape of France, I don't want to slave for bands. Carve the path and build my temple. Started to read, speaking like an educated man. Smuggling contraband through an entertainment brand. I got a bigger plan, currency is trading hands. Paint a picture on your wall without having to spray a can. Graffiti rhyme scheme, Nefertiti mind reader. Holding down the fort like Hotel Rwanda, Don Cheadle. Got him addicted, dope needles on the vinyl. Final call, peep my word like it's on the Bible. Speech is homicidal, subconsciously I travel. Divine geometry that subatomically attracts you. Deuteronomy, the second law. Mood swings like wrecking balls. These rappers gassed up on ethanol. Part of me is Escobar, nah, I don't connect with y'all. Doing squats, my legs are sore. Taking baths with Epsom salt. Witness a queen speak.
Witness a king talk.
Make it a clean sweep.
Get him with the pitchfork.
Witness a queen speak.
Witness a king talk.
Make it a clean sweep.
Get him with the pitch.
Witness a queen speak.
Witness a king talk.
Make it a clean sweep.
Get him with the pitch.
Witness a queen speak.
Witness a king talk.
Make it a clean sweep.
Get him with the pitch. Nefertiti, Adirondack flow, you already know. I'm too futuristic in advance for y'all to catch me. Nefertiti, Adirondack flow, you already know. I'm too futuristic in advance for y'all to catch me though. Nefertiti, Adirondack flow, you already know. I'm too futuristic in advance for y'all to catch me though. Nefertiti, Adirondack flow, you already know. Nefertiti, Adirondack flow, you already know. I'm too futuristic in advance for y'all to catch me though. We're intellectual, meets the ghetto, I'm flexible. Freedom fighter stance, this injustice unacceptable. Not to the right of you, not to the left of you. On another level, so much more impeccable. Legendary like Napoleon, multi-dimensional. Revolutionary, unforgettable, professional. You lacking common sense and consciousness, it is insensible. Far beyond the usual, volume 10 times the decibels. I am exceptional, sexually irrepressible. They couldn't take my soul when I did 5 up in correctional. I'm too respectable to deal with y'all unethicals. They ask me what my secret is. Dope fiend, rap, Dino goings, you susceptible. Smacking on them veins, my word form injectable. Commemorative, mint condition, a real collectible. Going up in history, undeniably ineffable. I am the tower lyricist, there's none identical. Ride the beat like a superhero, it's all intentional. You talking too much shit while grabbing on your genitals. Homophobe behind doors, a bona fide homosexual. Anything you do, I do it better on my menstrual. Keep it 100 like a perfect score on a test in school. Not impressed with you, annihilate a session 2 trifecta personnel. Venus grace, a perfect pentacle. Across 5 points, 6.7 mil authentical. Abundance only is my new mantra.
Witness a queen speak,
Witness a king talk.
make it a clean sweep.
Get on with the pitchfork.
This is encrypted like
Symbols and hieroglyphics.
civilizing savages.
And this is how we living.
Witness a queen speak,
Witness a king talk.
make it a clean sweep.
Get on with the pitchfork.
This is encrypted like
Symbols and hieroglyphics.
civilizing savages.
And this is how we living. Living, 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 living.
Sound check.
Check 1, 2. Once again, you're checking out Sound Check with RHETMATIC and D Styles. And we're doing a tribute mix to the one we call the Queen, NEJMA, NEFERTITI. Shouts to John Doe, Eddie Meeks, Southern Vanguard Radio. You're welcome.
Laugh at him, pop off out of the blue. Dr. Manhattan Project, plotting to drop bombs. Past patterns, bad habits, try, but I haven't broken my past patterns. Snatch, grab, fill in a bag like I'm Ash from Pikachu. Over the dash, step on the gas pedal. After the blast, see the smog thickens. Ash settles, ordnance rock on the coordinates. Scrap metal, what was that? I heard a bam bam. Ass pebbles, Flintstone strike it to spark this right and igniting fire. We spitting a light in the dark.
My bars bomb you, I'm on you. Caught you just like the Lord. Do you bomb you? I'm on you. Caught you just like the Lord. Bomb you, I'm on you. Caught you just like the Lord. Do you bomb you? I'm on you. Caught you just like the Lord. Bomb you, I'm on you. 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 I'm on you, caught you just like the Lord. Do you born, boo? You decided to make the wrong move, I'm strong proof. And yes, I meant to alarm you, I've torn booths. Set them on fire, just spitting raw truth, I warned you. This was a courtesy I was born to inform you that this is your ending, that's how the storm blew. That's your cue to call on the Lord, I now escort you. Call me the angel of death as I abort you. The door to your worst hellfire as I taught you. Reward you for what you have done, I'm coming towards you. Of course you, running away, couldn't ignore you. I soared through like dragons in flames, my war crew. Now your devils and demons standing before you. Applause due, this was some light work like a walk through a lost dude. Bet you wish you never would've talked through the
What up? You got your man Mayhem Loren in the building. Y'all tuned in to Beat Junkie Radio.
flip ya or take ya out. Like memories that fade, I always seen the bigger picture. This life will turn around and flip ya or take ya out. Like memories that fade, I always seen the bigger picture. This life will turn around and flip ya or take ya out. Like memories that fade, I always seen the bigger picture. This life will turn around and I always seen the bigger picture. This life will turn around and flip ya or take ya out. Like memories that fade and flicker. Break ya, if you live to get through, then it'll make ya. I take risks and shake the scale on the Richter. They say you only live once, but I beg to differ. Every day that flies by, bars only getting sicker. Losing people every day. Pour out a little liquor, I shade. Poet Nez, once in a century kind of mixture.
Japanese analysis, lounge inside of palaces. Who the most talented? Nobody style analogous. Ice grill face you when you smile at this. I'm high key the mightiest. You know who got the jewels and whose mouth it is. Outfit is Napoleon style, African child. Every time you got a show, we hear him laugh in the crowd. I'm formidable. Your whole album's horse shittable, and I'm the pinnacle. Birth knowledge like Cord
The
Billicle.
rap Joan of Arc sparks something on the mark. Cousin paved the way to victory versus equivalent to witchery. I'm wintry, so Rochelle, shockingly and shivery. You think you got anything on us? You must be kidding me.
Poet Edge Infinity, Yosemite Sam, you in proximity. Possibility you catch hands. Son, you got the bands, put them on the table there. See the frenzy that be sparking at the venue with my name
Yeah, I
appear.
know they care, all acting like they don't. Talk themselves up a whole lot, but really fucking won't. They can't stand to see us all the way up. No middleman, they bout to do anything for a buck. That's a fickle plan.
They ran the biggest scams, marketed their brands. We never bought in it. Fuck it, now we targeting the man.
The most obligated, hard R-rated, slated to be the best. I must confess, the star made it. The most obligated, hard R-rated, slated to be the best. I must confess, the star made it.
Proud.
Once again, you're checking out Soundcheck with RHETTMATIC and D Styles. We're doing a special tribute mix to the Queen, NEJMA, Nefertiti. Shouts to everyone in the chat room, watching on Twitch, YouTube, and USound. Once again, you're checking out
Soundcheck.
DeLorean assassin, Nefertiti blasting, telling you not asking. Test my 5 elements, everlasting, surpassing all DeLorean assassin, Nefertiti blasting, telling you not asking. Test my 5 elements, everlasting, surpassing all DeLorean assassin, Nefertiti blasting. DeLorean assassin, Nefertiti blasting, telling you not asking. Test my 5 elements, everlasting, surpassing all credentials. Don't believe in coincidentals. All mental strategy, queen majesty, catastrophe, walking tragedy. leave them in agony. They mad at me, defy gravity with my rhapsody. Y'all ain't iller than half of me. Actually, ain't got a third of what I possess magically. I flow calamity. You passively, I'm cut from another tapestry. Grace and power, 48 laws, cower radically, grammatically. Paint the picture graphically. I'ma has to be barbarian savagery. Y'all doing the same thing, expecting different. Insanity, I speak profanity, evolve humanity, protect my family, destroy your fantasy. Coming at me underhandedly, you want what I got, understandably. I'ma tell you candidly, everything I do is purposeful, never randomly. Turn nothing to something expansively, walk around handsomely.
Thought I was harmless, cut you with my sharpness, now you harmless. Flow catharsis, reload the cartridge.
Thought I was harmless, cut you with my sharpness, now you harmless. Flow catharsis, reload the cartridge. Thought I was harmless, cut you with my sharpness, now you harmless.
Can't step in another person's shoes, you know that, right? You can't step in another person's shoes, you know that, right? You can't step in another person's shoes, you know that, right? You can't step in another person's shoes, you know that, right? You can't step in another person's shoes, you know that, right? You can't step in another person's shoes, you know that, right? You can't step in another person's shoes, you know that, right? You can't step in another person's shoes, you know that, right? You can't step in another person's shoes, you know that, right? You can't step in another person's shoes, you know that, right? You can't step in another person's shoes, you know that, right? You can't step in another person's shoes, you know that, right? You can't step in another person's shoes, you know that, right? You can keep trying. Hey yo, they try to hate so bad I had to kick back and laugh and straight cold hard cash every time I masturbate. They try to hate so bad I had to kick back and laugh and straight cold hard cash every time I masturbate. They try to hate so bad I had to kick back and laugh and straight cold hard cash every time I masturbate. They try to hate so bad I had to kick back and laugh. They try to hate so bad I had to kick back and laugh at straight cold hard cash every time I master rap. Fuck your hashtag activism, you ain't shit on your little social media, your buzz ain't lit. Your girl ain't hot and your politics trash. You can catch us on the block with some oxygen mask. You can't breathe our air, you can't sit in our chair. I'm too spontaneous, you can't even see my hair. This is gladiator flesh, bar strictly made fresh. Make my money and bounce like a pair of fake breasts. I make them uncomfortable, these cats is dumpster juice. Another dunk on your career, you catch your lumps and bruise. Lately I've been thinking how your boat's sinking and ours floating. Fake bastards lip syncing. Your top 5 hollow, can't follow this. I'm a monolith, don't try this at home. The name Napoleon, bitch.
You dudes jealous of a woman, that's some sucker shit. You ain't gotta worry about it, I would never fuck your bitch. You dudes jealous of a woman, that's some sucker shit. You ain't gotta worry about it, I would never fuck your bitch. You dudes jealous of a woman, that's some sucker shit. You ain't gotta worry about it, I would never fuck your bitch. You dudes jealous of a woman, that's some sucker shit. You dudes jealous of a woman, that's some sucker shit. You ain't gotta worry about it, I would never fuck your bitch. Come too close, cut your dick. You a little ducky dish, served up like some dinner, smelling like some funny fish. You ain't worth the piss, thinking that you in the game, but you don't know your right from left. Open your eyes, it's all the same. Get your knowledge up, you ain't nowhere near my level. Fighting over red and blue, both sides represent the devil. You looking all disheveled, get yourself together. You might be at the top now, but nothing lasts forever. You not special, ain't got time for you, I got a busy schedule. They told you was it, but they lied to you, no potential. Utterly uninfluential, don't ask me, I will offend you. You can't freestyle, you wrote that shit with a pencil. Don't make me go back to the streets and bust out my credentials. Mental growth, exponential, spiritually I will end you.
They don't call me sick for nothing, I'm disgusting. I'm beats with shurikens in my droplets. I could have been a puppet, but took a good look at the contract that took off quicker than a kid who just picked your pocket and built a rocket ship ready for takeoff. Soon as this watch that I wrapped around this bunch of dynamite sticks is done ticking and talking, which is at any minute. So you can talk your shit, but you can never have my attention. Look, haters can flip me off all they want, I won't lose. I got magma on my pad and hip hop in my heart. 1/3 of snow goons, 1/2 of super kaiju. I go super psycho on tracks. My saliva's a brutal tidal wave. Ain't that the game and you fuckers couldn't ride it if your sidekick was Poseidon. So you decided to talk shit, I shake it off with the drop of a diamond. Spit shit more cuckoo than all of the world's asylums combined.
I tell you about ingredients: black, lemongrass, garlic, shallot, garlic, red chili, and stir fry nuts. Now I start to
Exclusive.
Once again,
Exclusive.
you're checking out Soundcheck with RHETMATIC and D Styles. Yeah, this is a little exclusive right here. Came out a while back, but a lot of people never heard this one. This is a remix by my big brother, Breakbeat Lou. It's called Shape by Ed Sheeran, believe it or not, featuring Opio, Souls of Mischief, and the Queen, NEJMA, Nefertiti.
When I'm in the Bay on, all the Grey Goose gone. Might have to take you home, but I got the dank, you got the papers, we should roll up. It's thinking so, what you take me for? Breaking all the rules, I'm the type of dude you can't control. I ain't crazy though, I'm wavy like Max, bigger bill. Can't you tell, you should take it slow.
It was obvious you was feeling me, I was feeling you. We talked about a lot of things we really shouldn't do. Like your lips on my neck with the intention to pursue. Put your hands in my hair, let your fingers run through. You whispered in my ear, baby, what you wanna do? There was something so old about us, but so brand new. I said, put your body on me, I can sense your magnitude. Come on, follow my lead, this track is shaped by Lou.
One, two, 1, 2, 1, 2. And we're back. Let me get my beat junkie brother D Styles. Hold on, let me pull out my headphones. Pause. Everyone in the chat room, hope you guys enjoying the show. Shouts to everyone. Oh, I see Tara Van Poo in the house. Yo, what up, D?
What's going on, Rhett?
Man.
Always killing it, man. Making it look real easy right there.
I don't know, man. I mean, not as smooth as that special mix that we did with Southern Vanguard.
Oh man, John killed it. John Doe. Shout out to John Doe.
Yes,
I was out here at the crib, but yeah, he killed it. But you always kill it every time, man. Come on.
He killed it also with the exclusives, man. I mean, he got all the exclusives. I mean, I had some exclusives, but he had the exclusives.
Oh yeah. He was hooking us up with exclusives.
I know. That's how dope he got.
Right.
Hook up this shit. No, but without any further ado, should we get our guest in?
Yep, let's do it. Let's do it.
So, chat room, please do us a favor. Put a fire emoji for our special guest for tonight, the Queen, NEJMA Nefertiti.
Hey.
Peace, peace, peace. Can y'all hear me?
Peace. Yep. Yes.
Yeah.
Salute. That was extremely dope. I'm so honored, and thank you so much for inviting me to this legendary platform. This is a true milestone for me. I'm just like so excited.
You don't have to let it kick it. The check's in the mail. Yeah. So now, man, welcome to the show. I was telling D earlier, like, the first time I actually heard about you was actually, through Napoleon. Shouts to Napoleon the Legend and stuff. But what's crazy, if you play that last song, what's crazy, because like earlier in the day, I wanted to kind of surprise you. Shouts to our big brother Breakbeat Lou,
Yep.
Ultimate Breaks and Beats. he sent me that joint. I did a remix a while back of Ed Sheeran. Man, I'll be fucking up his name. Ed Sheeran, whatever his name is.
Sharon.
Sharon. There. Thanks, D. Thank you, D.
Y'all got each other's back.
Yeah. So, but it features a special verse with Opio from Souls and Missions and you.
Yes, you brought that back. That was a big surprise. I was like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
I never heard that. That's crazy right there.
Yo, you know,
you haven't.
Yeah, what's crazy is that he sent it to us D a long time ago to put in the record pool. This is
word?
Yeah,
Okay.
so that remix is only on the Beat Junkie record pool. The funniest thing, I totally forgot about it. He's just like, and he goes, I worked with her before. I said, you did? And I was like, and then he sent me that. I was like, oh shit, I forgot about this shit. I didn't know that was her.
Okay.
Yeah. So, but anyways, enough of that. So. Did I say your name right? I know.
Yes,
I hope
you
I
did. NEJMA Nefertiti. You got it, brother. Thank you.
Okay, because I was gonna say NEJMA.
No, you got it.
Okay. So I mean, you for us knowing your stuff that we've been playing some of your stuff via Napoleon, and man, always killing it as a guest appearance and stuff like that. But let's talk about your history. I mean, you're from Brooklyn, or you reside in Brooklyn. Where you originally from?
Yeah, I'm from Brooklyn in Jersey, really. That's where I spent the most of my time and went to school in both places. I've moved around a lot, but I represent BK all day at the end of the day, So yeah, I that's where I'm from, Brooklyn.
Okay. Right. And then tell us about your history as a MC. I mean obviously you've been putting some work here and there, but from just looking at your at some of your catalog, you've been putting a lot of work. But I just feel like just now you're starting to get some type of shine now. Like, I'm not saying you haven't, but it's just like compared to like how much work you put into now people are starting to recognize you. Tell us your history. How long have you been rhyming? And knowing your back, and then also like I've read your bio, something like you have a interesting background. Can you share that with us?
Yeah, no doubt. So as far as my background, my father, I didn't really have him in my life, but he's Iranian and North African. I'm a woman of many lands, so North African by way of Palestine and Egypt, if you go back further. And then my mother, may she rise in power. She was indigenous American and from the Mediterranean. So yeah, a woman of many lands, been rhyming for a very long time in different forms and fashion. And yeah, I mean, I've been consistent with it, to be honest, ever since, in the past 5 years, especially. And that's because I got stable housing, to be honest. And, a lot of us are out here worried about paying rent and putting food in our fridge, So, once I had like stable housing, that really let me kind of just work on my craft, and really start putting things out, because I wasn't really new to it, but I wasn't really putting things out the way I could have. And a big part of me putting a bunch of stuff out too is that I built my little home studio up. It's simple, but it works. And I got really great at recording my own vocals. It took me a while. I used to hate the way I sounded and stuff. And like anything, it takes practice. It takes, putting those hours in, and it takes love for the craft and really respecting the craft, as y'all know, you know what I'm saying? So, I started to put a lot of work out because of that. I didn't have to go to anybody else's studio anymore. I didn't have to, go through all that. So it really gave me, the ability to be more self-sufficient. And that's where, that was really powerful for me,
Right. Oh, that's what's up. So, let's talk as an MC, coming up through from Brooklyn, coming through New York and through the trenches and stuff. Can you? I guess it's kind of two parts. Of course, who are your influences and stuff, and then how? I mean, and you. I mean, I'm sure you get this question all the time. Being a woman coming up in a more male-dominated industry or genre per se. How did you were able to navigate yourself as an artist? And to get that respect as an MC, regardless of you being a woman and stuff like that.
Yeah, so I like how you asked that too, because I do get it asked a lot, but I like the way you articulated it, and I'm gonna just start with that question because, I got the respect because I stepped into who I was, you know? So to me at this point in my life, like of course I'm a woman. I love being a woman. I'm proud to be a woman. I represent that. You know, but I don't think about that anymore. Like I'm a hip hop artist, I'm an MC, dope is dope, you know, and you know that just made me kind of feel undeniable. It's like once I kind of wasn't thinking about that because I went through a lot obviously, you know, over the years and stuff, and you know the things that most women go through, like who are trying to do hip hop or any kind of art really, you know what I'm saying, just you know, and you know my brothers go through a lot too, but you know I know about a woman's struggle. So it's like, you know, once I really stepped into who I was and respected myself and you know you know just really kind of straighten my own crown, it's like nobody can really tell you anything, you know, and I put that work in. So it's just like I said, it's undeniable. So it's like, you know, doors are going to open, and if they don't, other ones will open. And it's like I'm not pressed for all that, you know. I'm not desperate or thirsty for any of that because I'm actually enjoying what I'm doing. And you know, I think it kind of speaks for itself at that point. So you know.
No, no, that's really dope in terms of like, yeah, because at the end of the day, you want to be respected as an MC, as an artist, for not as a female MC, but you're just a MC that happens to be a female.
Right. And yeah, salute to the chat. I'm tapping into Twitch. I see y'all out there. Peace.
You know, you know, in terms of as an MC, who are your influences?
Yeah, I mean, I got a lot, but just off the top, I mean, one of the first influences was definitely Rakim, like the God. I mean, you know what I mean? He made me want to rap. I just seen what he was doing, and it's just like I was like, I can't explain it, but it's just the way he did his thing. I was like, I'm gonna do that in my way, you know. I mean, I grew up, you know, with hip hop. My mother introduced me to hip hop. She loved hip hop and house music and stuff like that. So, you know, and you know, we grew up hard, yo. Like we grew up with nothing, and it's a lot of people's story, but you know, it really kind of, I mean, that's what hip hop came from. So it's like I was in that, you know. And then another person, Roxanne Shante. Now, Roxanne's Revenge and all that was kind of like before my time, but you know, obviously, like because I loved hip hop, it's like you go back and you look at all that, and you look at the roots. At least I hope people do. You know what I'm saying? So she really impressed me because you had this young girl. She was a young girl. You know what I mean? And it's like, you know, I seen the whole story and just, yo, man, it's like a lot of people, it's like she almost kind of paved the way to getting, you know, MCs on the radio. And, you know, I don't think she gets enough credit, but that's another great influence to me because she was a young lady doing that. And I was like, yo, and she basically showed us that we could do that too. I wasn't even thinking about being an MC, you know, until later on though. I was writing like poetry and stuff. You know, I started writing because my mother, she struggled with addiction and stuff like that, and you know, was in and out of kind of prisons and institutions. So she would write to me. She was a poet, and I would write back to her, like kind of call and response. And you know, she always gave me a lot of books and stuff to read. So she's a big part of my history and story because it's like she's the person who gave me the rhyme dictionary. Like, I don't know if y'all know, I know y'all got to know about that. It's like, you know what I'm saying? Now they got the online one, but I have one in the physical still, you know, and it's like I was fascinated with words, you know, and just word play. And, you know, I got to understand what a wordsmith is, you know, and so, yeah. So, you know, I hope that answers your question.
Totally. You know what? I think that's so dope that you mentioned Roxanne Shante as an influence, because I feel like she doesn't get enough respect. You know what I mean? Like, and I mean, like, you know, just coming up when myself and RHETMATIC were coming up. I mean, man, Rhett, she was vicious, right? She was killing.
Oh man, she was known for
Marley Marl. Wow.
Oh man, she was battling cats. She was battling Fuquan from Stetsasonic Gravediggers and serving them, serving fools,
serving fools, right.
Yeah.
You know, another one too, Bahamadia. I mean, she's one of my favorites, and you know, salute to her and DJ Eclipse. They're on tour now, I think, doing their thing. So yeah,
what? Okay,
yeah. They've been on tour doing their thing. So I don't know if it's like they're presently on tour, but I know it's in motion. So yeah, definitely Bahamadia. Lots of hip hop people, like, you know, all the golden era guys that everyone mentions, of course, the Biggie, the Pac, that's, all
Right.
that, the Nas, the Jay-Z, Jada and all them. But,
Yep.
even before then, like, people like Nina Simone and, people that weren't even like hip hop artists really inspired my style and just different world music. Cause I live with a lot of different families that introduced me to their culture and music. And that really, I think, kind of influenced the way that I even rap now.
Okay.
So let's kind of fast forward. I mean, again, as D and I was saying that we got more familiar with your work with Napoleon the Legend. Now, like, how did that come about? You guys getting together, and it's almost like you guys like a tag team. I mean, and I've noticed when both D and myself, when we talked to Napoleon, he's obviously he's overseas. And so we had to talk to him through the WhatsApp and stuff like that. And I remember me personally talking to him. He says, "Well, I'm going to be kind of busy on this time because I got to shoot a video with NEJMA." I was like, "Oh shit!" And then obviously looking at some of the songs and videos, I was like, "Yo, that's the time you guys were overseas." Now, tell us your history with Napoleon. How did you guys come about? Because you guys are like, again, it's almost like you guys is like a tag team group.
Yeah, it's like we didn't expect this, but we've definitely become a dynamic duo, is what a lot of people like to call us. We met actually working with young people, like in the schools that they call the bad schools and stuff. But everybody knows that those young people, they just need guidance and mentorship, because they're so talented and they've gone through a lot. And so those are the kind of young people we would work with doing hip hop workshops, revolving around social justice, things that they care about. We would make sure that they had something tangible at the end, like a video, a song, stuff like that. So we would just work all around like Brooklyn, the Bronx, together. And then, it was always respect. I definitely was a fan of his music and stuff like that. I wasn't putting a lot out then, but because we would do what we do, in the classes, he knew that I could rap and he respected it too. And, we always just gave each other mad respect, and we would go to these like political development sessions to go into Rikers to work with young brothers in Rikers to prepare for that, because that was kind of like one of the criteria. So that was another thing. So we were just in that circle together. He said to me, he said, "We're going to do something one day." And I'm like, word. I'm like, we definitely going to align, And so that was Encrypted Wisdom. That was our first song. You played the video. I loved how you just mashed everything up like that, man. And just the images and video. I'm a big fan of that. And so, that was something that was just so off the cuff too. It was like, I went to his crib where he had his studio set up. We probably did that song in about a half hour. He's like, "Yo, I got something I think I want you to get on." I'm like, word, let's do it. So I came through, it was our first time really working together and just doing our thing, and having time to break bread and just, do all that stuff. So it's like, it was seamless too. It was like, the vibrations, the frequency was on the same level, so we did that. And that's like our classic joint. And that's why we did the video for that when we were in France. Because I was like, yo, we should do a video for this. And, as you could see, we were like high in the mountains and stuff. And I was like, yo, this is perfect, like for this track, and he was with it, man. And, ever since that track, it's like from there we kept collabing. He would send me stuff, I would send him stuff. Usually when we do a new project, we always get each other on it. You know what I mean? And we also have our joint album together. So I think it's unique what we do, because just the way that we do go back and forth, it's not like just verse for verse. Like sometimes we'll do 4 bars, 8 bars, 2 bars, or we'll even split up syllables and stuff like that. And we have fun doing it. And it's like, it's truly an honor, because he's a dope brother. You know what I mean? We've had like, years of friendship already, and we look out for each other. We honor each other, and I think that's really important for all of us artists in hip hop. But, it's just this whole thing we've cultivated. We never thought it would go this far, and it's like now we're seeing the future, like, oh, wow. Like, we got big ideas and stuff like that. So it's just like, it's a beautiful thing, because you don't see a lot of men and women either working together the way that we do. And I think it's a dope thing for people to see. And I think that's another thing, that's really dope. Like, for example, like what we were talking about before, like, of course I'm a woman and everything, but like, that's not why he works with me. He works with me because he thinks I'm dope, but I do happen to be a woman, and people see that. They see this man and woman doing this thing in hip hop, and like, I just think there's kind of like nothing like it. So yeah, it's pretty special.
No, your chemistry is great because you guys would be like I said, as a tag team, you guys are like almost doing routines like on some Cold Crush Brothers stuff. But it's ironically that you said is of course as a man, a man and woman and stuff like that. But it goes at the end of the day, it's all about skills. And like if you can forget about that when you just listen to the song, you guys are just spitting back and forth, and the chemistry shows.
Right. Yeah, I appreciate that. Yo, shout out to Zanati in the chat too. He's another producer that I work with, and you played some of our joints too from Rapoeta. So yeah, I just wanted to shout him out.
Very.
NEJMA, you posted a couple days ago about doing like free work for artists.
Yeah.
In like the music business. And that kind of hit home just because I was going through some stuff recently. Can you talk a little bit about that? Like, just that, where did that come from, and like just that message?
Yeah, I'm so glad you brought that up, and it's really been resonating with more people than I even thought it would, and that just tells me that it was an important message to send out. And I was just talking to someone about that, and a couple people, and like, I think that rather than just complaining about it, I was kind of, putting it out there as a call to action, because it's like, we, people think that us artists, it's like, and DJs and everyone like in our field, they think that, we're just so passionate about what we do and that we're just going to do it because of that. And it's like, yeah, we will. But, it's like, I was just telling my peoples like, yo, I don't go to your dentistry office and be like, can I get a free teeth cleaning, bro? Like, you know what I mean? Like, this isn't like, you know what I mean? This isn't like handout, and it's like, there's so many exchanges that one can do. Right. So it's just like, I just felt compelled to put that message out there, because I feel like we need to stick together. And I feel like a lot of people are too busy, like kind of competing instead of looking out for each other. And we should talk to each other about stuff and about our experiences, about the people we work with, so that, the other person doesn't have to go through that. And, when I get hit up all the time, as I'm sure many of us do, to do like this and that and this and that, but no offering is ever mentioned, or like in the beginning they'll be like, I don't have a budget, but, and I'm like, yeah, okay, I get it. You know what I mean? And I'll definitely do like community work and things. It's like you pick and choose, but or like something that's actually valuable, right? But like just to do activities for people, to entertain people, to it's like a lot of these people, they have a budget, just not for you, like I put in the post, and what I found really interesting is that, I said to people, ask for an honorarium, right? And a lot of people hit me like, yo, what's that? And I was like, oh, word. And it's like, I didn't know what that was either until I started like working in certain college environments. And so, I basically just told them like, look, it's like a polite, more polite academic way of saying like, hey, like, am I, what are you going to offer me? Instead of being like, are you going to pay me? Like, it just sounds better to people. And I think, we have to think about how we say things to get the best results. So I've been working on that too. And it's just like, I've gotten much better results. And it's still a little frustrating though, because I'll be like, do you have an honorarium? And they'll be like, oh yeah. But if I didn't ask, they wouldn't have offered, which I think that they should do in the first place. But it's like that whole closed mouth, you don't get fed thing. It's true, because it's like, sometimes people will just try to just like
going over you.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, just get over and be like, oh, well, I could get her to do this for free. But then when you ask for something, they'll give you something. It's like, oh, well, I still feel a little bit like you should have offered me, like, So I put that out there because of that, because it's been a long line of all that. And, at where I'm at right now, I'm very, very, very picky and choosy with who I work with, what interviews I do. Like, I'm turning down things all the time because I have to balance my energy. Right. And this isn't like, this is my full-time thing. Like I don't have other things. I mean, like I do other crafts like streetwear. I make natural perfume. You know,
Right.
we all kind of do a lot of things in our craft, but
Yeah.
it's all connected. And it's like that's what I do. So it's like, yo, you know, no freebies. You know what I mean?
Right,
That's I'm glad you know like you answered that because I was going to ask you how you been able to navigate uh dealing with people because and being independent artists it's very tricky because it's that fine line you got to do sometimes you got to do free work just to get your name out there, but at the same time as you mentioned is that sometimes people just want to take I don't know if that's the right word, but take advantage of like you know whatever energy you putting out there, they can apply it to theirs and stuff, and then it's not reciprocal. You know.
Exactly. It's not reciprocated. And it's like, you know, that's just uneven. You know what I mean? It's like, you know, people have budget for these big, huge artists, but like our work is worth something. Like, you know what I mean? If you don't want to pay me as much as them, I get it. But like offer me something because I'm doing, you know, I'm giving. And it's like, just, I mean, just to leave the house in New York costs money. So it's like, this is an expensive city. You know what I mean? So it's like,
Yeah.
you know, I've even asked for certain things like, you know, Metro cards, food, whatever, a guest list. I mean, just you name it, you know, but you got to ask for something because they're not, a lot of the times they won't offer it.
Right. Damn. Crazy.
And you know what, just to speak on what you said really quick, I definitely did a lot of free things over the years. You know, I put that work in, I put my hours in. It's like I earned those stripes. And
Yeah.
there's a time when you just are like, okay, I need something in exchange, you know?
100% for sure.
No, I mean it's obviously it's like I said, it probably you've been doing it for a while, but now you know you're able to bear fruit for all of your hard work and stuff like that. It's like it's getting to a point now. You obviously, if you have to turn down any you know quote unquote opportunities, people just asking you, hey, can you do some work? You have to be you have to you know pick and choose who you work with because it's at the end of the day too is also you can't just work with everybody because it's also if their work is not that great and you're attached to that you're connected to that as well whether you like it or not.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly. And I've done that. You know, I've done all that. That's why I'm kind of where I'm at right now in my you know, as far as my mindset, because I've done like, you know, the mediocre sounding tracks or whatever, because you know when you're like growing up and you're doing this, you do all that because you're experimenting, you're excited, you're collabing with everybody, you're like, you know, but eventually, you know, you grow, and it's just that's what happens. You can't work with everybody because, you know, it's like it also distracts you from what you're doing for, like, you know, like your solo projects and stuff like that. Like, and you
Right.
know, there's a way to say things to people. You know, I always thank people, and you know, I try to be polite and just you know, I care about humanity, you know what I mean? And I have compassion for people, and I'm always complimented if somebody wants to do something with me. That's a compliment, you know? But
Right.
it's like, you know, I'll be like, look, you know, my plate is full. You know, I'm kind of like, I don't want to get distracted. I'm really focused right now. You know, I appreciate you for understanding. And it's like usually people really are cool with that, and they're really respectful about it.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean it's definitely how you word it, and you know I think as we get older we kind of learn to say things in a very tactful way, classy way. You know what I
Right.
mean?
Yeah. It just has better results, you know, because you know we could get ratchet. You know, sometimes I've had to go off on cats. I ain't even gonna front because it's like, look,
Damn.
man, it's like, okay, you've taken it too far. Like it's like
Right.
they really truly take your kindness for weakness, and it's like you got the wrong one, bro. Like don't bring that character out. Don't bring out Ninja Nej. I'm gonna start chopping.
Oh shit.
I mean, speaking of which, of course, you're talking about being more, as D says, tactful. How did you learn how to be more professional in this particular business, especially being an independent artist?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's just the experience over time. You know, it's like you know, the hours that you put in, and the constant communication that you have with people, you get better at it. It's also a practice. You know, communication is a huge practice in itself. You know, like I've just learned that being transparent is really fruitful, and being upfront. And you know, I understand a lot of people kind of like don't even know how to do that. But and maybe I didn't even always do it as well as I do now. And we can always grow. I always am like, look, if I'm doing better tomorrow than I was today, then I'm on the right path. So it's like you know it's just about the practice of communication. I think communication is not an easy thing all the time, but I feel like if you keep doing it and you think about what you're saying and you take a minute, I think that's a big one right there. It's like you don't just respond right away sometimes. Like you got to think about things. You got to construct what you're saying, because being professional is important. At least it is to me. And I think, people respect that more. And then they also know like, hey, I got boundaries. Like, don't, you got to come correct,
Right.
and most people do come correct, because they're like, yo, it's like, it's just kind of like, if you exude that, that's what you're going to get,
Right.
Nice. Man, should we take some questions from the chat room or from YouTube or anything like that?
Yeah.
With it.
So if you have any questions for, I hope I don't mess up again, NEJMA.
You got it, NEJMA. Yep.
NEJMA. Please write it down and we'll ask it. Also, if you're in YouTube, please go list down some questions and stuff.
Yeah,
so
salute to everybody out there in the chat and stuff. I really appreciate y'all, tapping in. It's a huge honor to be here.
Okay. So somebody say Miss B NYC says she has a question. So we're waiting for her to type it
Salute
up.
to Miss B. So while she types that, Miss B, why you so dope, Nej, is what Zanati said. He's such a talented young brother, man. I'll tell you that much. Y'all look out for him because he's coming for real. He is so unique.
Okay. Do you see the question right there?
Okay.
I see that.
Miss BNYC says, you've given so many interviews. Are there any questions you don't want to answer anymore?
That's a good question. You know what? The first thing that popped in my head, I would, it's like if I really had to answer that, I can think of one thing just off the top, and that's I'm kind of tired of people asking me like what I feel about like Nicki Minaj and Cardi B. It's like,
oh wow,
it's like, yo, you know what I mean?
You get asked that a lot.
Wow.
Yeah.
What?
And and it's like I've answered it a million times, and it's like, look, there's other things to ask, and there's other women to ask about. You know what I mean?
Right.
Much respect to them, but it's like that's not, and it's like that's what's on people's minds, and they want to know what I think about them. That's one question I would rather not be asked all the time. You know what I mean?
It's interesting you bring that question up because it's usually that means they don't really listen to your music, or like they're not knowing, or like the way I look at it is like if they ask some questions that's more quote unquote mainstream, they're not really in touch with the culture. That's just my humble opinion. So
yeah, I feel that too, because I'm like, look, like we're like I'm not even like in their realm, so why would you ask me about them like every time? But I get it. They're like the women that are being put out there, and it's like people just, I don't know, they just want to know that. And Miss B said every woman in hip hop gets asked that, and it's true. Like I've seen so many interviews where I'm like, that's what you want to know, like.
But that's what I'm saying. It's like I mean, that's what I'm saying. There's a disconnect. Like if you don't know who your audience is, it's like saying if I ask Rhapsody or Lyric Jones, like who, you know what I'm saying? If the answer comes up, that's one thing. But to ask the question, if you're not knowing who your the subject is, or like the type of the music you're listening to, and most of the time, I from my observation, a lot of the people that ask those questions are not really in touch with what's going on right now. I mean, they're only going what's popular now, but not like there's like D and I always talk about this, especially on the shows. Like there's so many dope artists, you just got to dig for them now. They're not more on your in front of your face. And most of the time, a lot of people are just, I hate to say it, lazy because they're, which I get it, because it's like when you get to a certain age, you have responsibilities, you stick to certain things. You don't want you don't have time to do what you used to do. Everybody's like saying, oh, 90s is my shit, and it's like So it is for us, but there's so many dope music out there and stuff like that. So.
Right. You know, they'll be like, "Oh, I don't know of any dope, you know, quote unquote female MCs." I'll be like, "Are you kidding me? I have a list that I could send you." Like, I mean, look out there. Like, there's so many, you know what I mean? And you know, I feel like a lot more are being like put out there now, which is really nice to see. But yeah, I'm like, you're bugging. Like, that's not that's not the truth. I mean, are you just listening to the radio? And you know, another thing is I think that, you know, a lot of people aren't that great at interviewing, you know, that's just simple as that. Like, they don't really have, you know, it's like no original questions or like, you know, and that's just, you know, yeah, it's not for everybody, you know.
Right.
You know what? Just real quick, shout out to Kev Brown who just rated us.
Woo,
big
Kev Brown.
Salute.
Yes. Shout out, Kev.
So we have another question. DJ Mike 310 says your voice is dope. Reminded me of Oaktown 357. Did you come up on any West Coast stuff as well?
I love West Coast stuff. I was actually born in Cali and I came to the East Coast when I was 2. But I went back to Cali. I think like in my mid-20s. And I spent some time out there, you know, doing the underground scene out there. That's how I met my guy Destruct, who I do work with and stuff like that. So I love West Coast music. I think it's a whole other vibe. I think it's just the environment brings out a whole other artistry in me. And yeah, I listened to hip hop from all over the world, not just New York. You know what I'm saying? So I got big respect for the left coast, man.
Right.
And you know something, they put out the red carpet for me out there. You know, a lot of people they think like Los Angeles and, you know, other spots in Cali, because there's a lot of spots other than LA, but like they'll be like, oh, you know, and they'll think it's just Hollywood or something and what they see on TV. But I mean, they have an incredible rich hip hop culture out there. I have a lot of fans and supporters, you know, out there. And in fact, I'm gonna be going out there soon. So I really hope to connect with some of my people. Yeah, it's been a while too. So I'm excited.
Okay.
Yep.
There you go. Shoot. Yeah. Well, I mean, go ahead, D. Go ahead.
Oh, sorry. I got one more question, and this is just the, you know, producer in me. So when like producers give you like a beat, right? How fast do you know if you fit on that beat or not? Like once you hear it, how fast will you know like, okay, this is me or this is not me?
I feel it, you know, if it like inspires me to want to stop what I'm doing and be like, oh my God, like I'm going to play this now and I'm a vibe to it and write to it. Usually that's how it is. Or I'm like, okay, yes, I'm gonna get on this. Give me a minute. And I come right back to it. But it's like, it's kind of like, it's in my head. Like I have to do it. Like, I'm like, yo, it's like that, you know what I mean? It's just, it inspires me so much that I just like have to do it. And it's like, that's what I'm focused on. And so that's why I'm, you know, if somebody sends me something like that, you know, I'm just like, oh man, I got to stop what I'm doing and go right to this. Cause it's just, it just hits me like that.
Okay. Well, here's another producer question as a producer myself. How did you feel when you heard the beats that the D Style sent for the Napoleon the Legend project and the Napoleon the Legend / RHETMATIC project?
Oh yeah, those beats are ill, and the stuff that I've heard come out so far, fire, love it. I mean, I can't wait to hear the album. It's coming out on the 5th, right?
Yeah, this Friday actually.
On vinyl too?
On vinyl, yeah. Yeah, thank you so much for, you know, for being on the album. You know, it's really an honor just because I'm a fan. And I love that style of when MCs go back and forth. You know, you and Poe did it on the Nas and AZ joint with the Giallo.
Right.
And when Poe told me, you know, he was gonna get you on a song, I was really excited, and you guys brought that style and killed it. So thank you.
Yeah. I can't wait to hear the final version. And like, you know, it's truly an honor too, because I'm a fan as well, you know. So it's like I'm so excited. Like I can't wait to hear the whole album, because what I've heard so far, I'm like, yo, word. Like and it's just the samples, the scratching and all that, like nothing like it, you know. It's mad exciting, and the art is crazy. It's dope.
Thank you so much.
I look forward to that.
D Napoleon's stuff is real dope. Which I'm gonna play some joints later on tonight. But yeah, you're gonna have to wait for mine and Napoleon's project. I'm still working on.
Absolutely. I look forward to that too, for real.
I'm still finishing that.
Straight up, man. I do see one question from somebody named Winston. Winston Breaks. He was asking me like, what other genres would I like to rip on, right? And I thought that's a good question because recently, my homegirl and dope DJ and dope artist and creator, I mean, like she's like a scientist, Amore Querida. You know what I mean? She asked me recently, yo, Nej, and we've been wanting to do something together for a while. And she was like, what do you want to do that you haven't done yet? And I was like, oh, word. And I'm like, yo, I want to get like on some house, like some deep house, Afro house type shit.
Oh,
you know what I mean?
shit. Right,
Ooh, I'm
right.
sorry if I'm not supposed to cuss, but
Oh, no, it's all
yeah.
good.
Okay. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So that was also a part of my upbringing. So that's like something I want to do. And matter of fact, for those of you who don't know, you know, Napoleon the Legend, he comes out with Afrobeat music. He has a couple albums, you know, Afrobeat joints. And I actually got on something with him recently for a project that he's doing. So that was really exciting. So yeah, it's like music that people can dance to, but still got that message and still got that flow.
Right. That's dope.
Yeah.
So we have one more question. Sonati official says, question, Nej, you already probably know I don't promote my music. I just release and move on to the next project. What do you think about promoting and self-marketing? And what is the importance of it for you?
Yeah, so Zanatti has a huge catalog. I mean, he's like very prolific in the way that he creates. So he does kind of like release a lot of stuff and then he'll move on to the next. And that's okay as long as you I just think your music deserves to be heard, you know?
Right.
So, you know, and it's dope. So like, you know, you have a huge catalog. You can promote different things and it doesn't even matter what it's from, you know, you could just kind of, you know, direct people to it. Cause you know, there's sometimes I'll do a video for an older song and it'll bring people back to that song, back to that album, back to that vinyl, you know, like music is timeless. Great music is timeless, you know? So I feel like, you know, just to answer that question in a very simple way, like, I think it's very important and that you should do your best at it because your music deserves it, you know, like, especially when it's great and you know, and his music is great. It's unique. It's interesting. It's different, you know, and I just feel like, you know, I've told him this before. It deserves it. It deserves the best professional, you know, packaging. It deserves all that, you know, because people, you know, you want to honor it. You want to honor what you put out. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I like to add to that. Zanati. So D and I have a friend that you probably heard of them. They're actually two brothers. They're from Oxnard. One's name's Otis. Another's name is Michael. They're known as Madlib and Ono. So they're like you. They make 30 beats a day. They have albums up the wagyu. Unless you know, like, so someone like Madlib at the time when he had Egon, he doesn't work with him no, but you have to. He was lucky to have someone he had, or Wolf, you know, or Wolf. Have someone that you can work out that can help you put your project out, like, you know, like that. Where you can concentrate on music, you know. That's what Madlib does, is that he had someone to help him put the stuff out. Ono is a little bit different than Madlib. He actually does the same thing, puts like 30 music, but he's also like, he's a little bit more outgoing than Madlib. I mean, obviously he's doing stuff with Alchemist and another, you know, and you should follow like someone like say Alchemist right now who's killing it with the game. Just is like you definitely have to put some projects out, have some people, have a good team around you to help you push it if you can't do it yourself. So that's
the team is important, you know. That's a big thing because and you know, it's not easy to build a team, and I always would be like, damn, I'm all alone, I don't have a so-called team. But you know what, the team comes to you. It's like somehow the team is created on its own when you just stay consistent and keep doing your work. Like now I have a go-to for my videos. Now I work consistently with certain producers, including Zanati, you know. It's like, you know, now I have an engineer, my young Egyptian brother, you know, out in Egypt, who, you know, I put bread in his pocket to do my engineering, you know, and he does a great job and he does it thoroughly and quickly. And it's like, you know, I think sometimes, like, maybe not for everybody, but for me, that's how it happened. And yeah, you definitely need people that are going to support you and help you put your stuff out there and work with people who will share what you're doing together, not just like because it's funny to me. It's like you'll work with certain people and they won't even share what you're doing together. It's weird. I don't know.
Right, right.
Yeah, for sure.
You know what's crazy is I got tired of having to depend on other people to help me. I just try to learn it all myself. You know what I mean? And you know what I mean. Some of the stuff is ghetto. Some of it is, some of my work is better, but I'm trying to like learn every aspect from the video to editing to mixing. You know what I mean? To making beats, all that stuff. But yeah,
Yeah, I feel you on that for real.
I'll test that to D. D's he be secret agent, being like just working behind the scenes and stuff. And sometimes to the point that he pushes me. And I'm like D. I like to try to do everything, but I notice that there's some stronger points I'm good and some other parts of the way. And sometimes for him to bounce off stuff that I can't do, he'll do, or vice versa.
Yeah.
So yeah, so it is. I will say this: it is, if you're going to be independent, you definitely need to, even though you can't do everything, it's good to know a lot. Know the business, know everything as much as even if even if you can't do it that good, but you at least should know.
Right.
Able to do it, because when you do have a company or you have a team, when they're under you, they know that they know that you know what you're doing versus you relying on them all the time.
Right. And you'll get better at the things you do. And that's why I was telling you before, just being able to record myself really changed the game for me, and I didn't like it at first, but I kept doing it. Then I did. Now I don't like how other people record me. I'm like, I want to record myself, so it's like, yeah, I mean, even with the videos, I started coming out with more videos because I started kind of doing guerrilla shooting on my own, and just me and Napoleon, shot, we were videoing each other for those videos. And then the ones of us together, we had somebody do that. But whatever I could do on my own, that's important too, because it's like, yeah, if you can do it, keep doing that too. And I think it's a mixture and a balance of both. And it's like you keep getting better, and then you got people who want to support you. You don't even got to ask them. You know what I'm saying?
Right, right.
Yeah, that's what's up. What, man? Thank you for taking the time to be on the show, Nej.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you so much.
Yes, I mean, besides you doing guest appearances with Napoleon, I mean, you're going to be on Napoleon D's album, which is dropping this Friday, Cinco de Mayo, and then down the road with Napoleon and RHETMATIC. Is there other projects we should look out for that you're working on, or is about to drop?
Yeah, actually, there's several things going on. So I'll start with my project with Double AB. Shout out to my brother Double AB. We actually have a joint album. It's called Animal Bars. You played Pigeons, the first single on the asset that you shared to promote this tonight. Produced by Dub Sonata, cuts by Tone Spliff. That's the whole album right there. All
shit.
Dub Sonata and Tone Spliff. And so it's interesting how we connected too, because it was actually through Miss B, who's in the chat, because she did something called the residency, which is basically like, something that she created through EO Dub and End of the Week. And, if you're an MC,
Okay.
you know about End of the Week, and it's like, that 20 plus years, shout out to vice versa. I mean, shout out to Vice. I was going to say vice verses, but shout out to Vice, who created it. And, to everybody who kept it going. And so Miss B, is in the fam, and she wanted to do something different and refreshing. It was kind of like still during the pandemic, and she created the residency, which chose 3 artists. At first it was just one. It was Intel from Second Generation Woo. Shout out to him. And she decided to add me and AB to it, and Intel was graciously cool with that. So both dope brothers, both very talented people. She created the residency, us 3 for 3 months. We did virtual shows, and we invited a bunch of featured artists that we, love and admire and love to work with, and featured them as well. So there's like probably 30 features in the whole thing.
Oh, wow.
And then we did a live show at the end at the Knitting Factory in Brooklyn when it was still there, to wrap it up and stuff. And because of that, and that's kind of like what the residency is about, is like connecting artists, but keeping them connected, and then like just connecting everybody kind of in that way to collaborate together, to support each other, so I know season 2 is coming up soon, but she actually brought it up to AB, to like just working with me and stuff, and he was like, yo, that would be dope. and from there we did a whole album. It's called Animal Bars, and it's referencing all different kind of animals. And it's like metaphors connecting the animals to humans, kind of like giving facts about animals. So it's like you're gonna learn a lot from that too, like that, you know, a dove is just a white pigeon and stuff like that. You know what I mean? You know, so it's like it's a really interesting project. I'm excited for that. And you know, shout out to the residency Miss B, and shout out to EO Dub. And by the way, they're coming back with their legendary open mic on May 13th at I think it's Sour Mouse. Y'all could look it up on Instagram, but they're coming back with their legendary open mic. So that's really exciting. You know, and then like there's a lot of things I'm cooking up. I'm doing an album that's almost done as well with Trife of that Junkies hip hop show. And that's at a ATL, that's Atlanta right there. Another place I really love and have, you know, some great supporters. So July 1st I'm going to go out there for the meet and greet and, you know, / our album release, and we're going to be releasing Brooklyn Bridge soon. That's our first single. So I'm really excited about that too, because it's like his beats are different and people aren't going to expect it. And I don't really stay in a box. Whatever inspires me, I do that. And I like to do different stuff. You know, I'm at heart, I'm always going to be with the boom bap and everything. But sometimes I like to mix it up a bit, throw some tribal elements in there, throw some smooth stuff in there, you know. So I'm really excited about that. I got other things coming out with Zanati. We're doing something called the bar tape. You know, that's going to come out on cassette. We're pretty close to getting that, you know, done and stuff. And, you know, some other surprises in the vault that I'll keep a surprise. But yeah, you know, look out for me. And, you know, just something that really happened that's so dope that I'll say last is like, you know, that contest that RZA and Sway were doing for the Saga Continues with to get on the track with RZA, Master Killer, Cap, and Inspector Deck. You know, they had over like 14,000 submissions, cut it down to 9,000. They were going to pick 5 artists, and they picked 13 to come into the studio and spit the verse for RZA and Sway. And I'm one of those 13.
Damn.
So it's incredible. Like,
congrats,
even just to make it that far.
Right.
Like, you know, and I've recently, you know, been on Shade 45. I was there with Ty Phoenix and Queen Heroin for,
saw that.
You know, for
That's
Women's
right.
Month. That was a big.
You guys killed that, yo.
Yeah, man, that was like a big milestone. So I'm excited. There's a lot of exciting things coming up, and you know, I'm doing videos for stuff I got out still, just to keep people, you know, kind of like you know, occupied with some of the music, and to bring it back to certain things that I want to really, like I was telling Zanati, like I want to make sure people know about, you know what I'm saying? And I like I said, I have fun doing the videos and stuff. So yeah, there's a lot of new work coming out for sure.
Dope.
That's what's up. Thank you for sharing. Before we leave, of course, please share your social medias and websites where they can pick up your music and stuff.
No doubt. And you know what? I can't actually leave without speaking about the dedicated show, the world's longest running all hip hop vinyl mix show in Chicago, 89.3 with 89.3 FM with DJ Third Rail. We just came out. It's the link is in my bio and stuff. I try to make it easy for everybody. It's in I'm at NEJMA Nefertiti, NEJMA NEFERTITI on Instagram. I'm NEJMA Nefertiti everywhere. I know that sometimes the name is difficult, so I tried to make it easy for people. If you go to my link tree in my bio, it'll send you to everything that's going on, either recently or coming up. And that's one of the things we just released, volume 7 of Subway Hip Hop Broadway Junction with Napoleon the Legend, Finsta, Shabam Sadiq, and it's vinyl only. So it's really a really dope EP. We're coming out with volume 8 really soon. He just did the world premiere this past Sunday. So that's something really exciting too to be a part of, because I mean he has a legacy going there too, you know. So just to be a part of all this beautiful legacy and long running shows and respected things, I know I'm doing something right. You know what I'm saying? So you know, once again, yeah, it's NEJMA Nefertiti everywhere. So if you go to one of my things, it'll probably just lead you everywhere else. I would, you know, NEJMANefertiti.com is my website, at NEJMA Nefertiti on Instagram. I'm on TikTok too. You know, Facebook, all the stuff, Spotify, whatever people prefer, Bandcamp. I try to, you know, reach everybody. So
that's what's up. Well, thank you, Nej. We won't take most of your time, but we are looking forward to see when you come out to over here in the West Coast, especially in LA, and
Straight up.
And then of course D lives in Vegas, so if you go to
Okay.
Vegas,
Absolutely, man. I'll definitely let y'all know. And once again, it's like truly an honor to be here. I'm gonna stay tapped in on Twitch, and I really appreciate you brothers for the invite. And let's keep in touch. And yeah, I appreciate it for real. I'm definitely means a lot.
Thank you, Nejma. Appreciate
thank
you.
you, thank you,
No
Nej.
doubt, man. Salute
Yes.
to everybody out there too.
So everybody, please put a fire emoji for our special guest, NEJMA Nefertiti. We'll see you soon.
Peace.
Please. Yeah.
Dope.
Oh, real dope.
Yeah,
it's,
man.
it's good. It's good to talk to the person behind those crazy lyrics and stuff. And killing it and stuff like that. So
Yeah, I mean, it's crazy too, just because I've been listening to her for a while, just watching videos. You know what I mean? And just because when you do a song with someone, and you're like mixing down the song, you listen to that song, 150 times, right? And so
right, of course,
like you just and it's always cool to finally get to meet somebody, and it's not in person, but
right,
one day, what I'm saying?
Well, I mean, in person. Well, at least we got to talk virtually.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. Man, we got we played a lot of stuff, good stuff from her. But of course, we got to play some other new joints too as well.
Yeah, man, go for it. I know you
Man.
got a bunch of new heat you want to play.
Man, I got a lot of heat, but I don't know if I get sometimes exclusive shit like John Doe. But he always comes with. I got some exclusives, but he always comes with exclusives. Like, damn, you got that. But I'm you know what? I'm gonna start off like this. I'm gonna play this actually this new joint by man. I had him a long time ago on Beat Junkie Radio, like during the Dash days.
Yeah.
He's from a group called Timeless Truth, all the way from Queens. Super Bad Solace, man. This is a new joint from him and shit, dude. So yeah, let's go check it out, man. All right. And once again, you're checking out
Sound check.
I'm gonna put you in the green room while you can go ahead. I don't know if you have any sangria with you, D.
No. Next time though.
Next time. All right. So let me do this. And let's get to this.
This for Queens, New York City. Take them out of Queens within your American dream. So we blocking out the scheme to get the
Wise words worth 100 grand. Body bag the mic like the son of Sam. Fast stacks of cash, pop the rubber band. Rap cast, tell them come and dance. Wet the underpants through the running man. On the block, pitching underhand. Cause we tryna see happy days like Richard Cunningham. I'm Shawn Michaels in the Summer Slam. Ladder match, climbing up for the glory you wouldn't understand. Begging for one more chance, it's no biggie. New York City, all city, so walk with me. To the kinfolk who been broke. When you get dough, watch the older cats call you big bro. I been valid, you invalid. You invalid, we big valid. Check the resume, we been wildin'. Oh, you mad cause I been styling. I been valid, you invalid. You invalid, we big valid. Check the receipts, we been palin'. Oh, you mad? Son, I been styling. Can't believe me, they had to see me. Dominican Gandolfini with the chimney and the beanie. While you was moving red tops like Scalabrini. So controller blue, they dome out like Santorini. I had the beanie, perfectly matched to the cashmere low bear, holding a martini. And what a life, slice the A5 with the butter knife. Cut it right, then we sip the blood of Christ. Yikes, trajectory like a hockey stick. Poppy slick, stay dipped like a pocky stick. Stay crisp in the sway Wally moccasin. Shut down for a deuce like Jackie Robinson. A young prodigy like Beethoven. Golden rule was always just to stay golden. You never had no taste, you can't blame COVID. Heavyweight holding, you get no love like James Dolan. I been valid, you invalid. You invalid, we big valid.
Check the resume, we been wildin'. Oh, you mad? Cause I been stylin'. I been valid, you invalid. You invalid, we been valid. Check the receipts, we been pallid. Oh, you mad? Cause I been stylin'. You see me swerving, I see you lurking. I Pee-wee Kirkland, you Pee-wee Herman. 3D cursive, visions of grandeur when we rehearsing. Turn words into reality, we be thirsting. How will at the full moon rise kingdom. Wes Anderson with the visuals, how I bring them. Now my idols turn to rivals like Trey Young. Dominican, so we valid on Dykeman from day one.
This is DJ John Doe of Southern Vanguard, and you're in the mix with RHETTMATIC with the world famous Beat Junkies.
Sound check.
Bonds mixed with elder barge, guards on my coat of arms, skin bronze, puff cigars and Louis scarves, dealing hard. No, Allah won't let us starve. Foreign cars, foreign broads, snorting shards. Drugs are poking broads who want it all in they jaw. Dodge haram, arm, leg, arm, head a bomb threat. Psychotic as a non-vet. Palm press, 38 handle. Left-handed Julius Randle. Ripping coke like the newest Porsche. Rap Saran like. Matter of fact, I'm Dapper Dan like. My coke clan white. Whiter than Dick Van Dyke. Dykes converting Mike Surgeon. Leak blood like a tight virgin. Knife jerking in a racist white person. I ain't nervous. Yeah. Blow a hole in your skull the size of 50-cent piece. Don't tempt me, empty the clip in a frenzy. Gently swig the Henny, then beat the shit out of every attendee in the concert. I'm Allah's words translated in proverbs. Revolvers turn problem solvers, the plot turns. The clock turns to block bursts. Bullet choppers in costumes, big boss moves. Bubba Rogers in the projects with robbers and street scholars with charges from Crime Stoppers. Watch us rise like a high beam, well suited like Pat Riley for the pie piece. Precisely water dripping from the ice ring. No telling what the price be, a slight tease. Hair permed out, young iced tea. I'm a mind freak. Chris Angel, payroll, Turks and Caicos, Barbados, skin tone. Been on the game like a sewist. A poet focused on a killer's motive. If you ain't noticed, I'm an omen brought to Moses that was stolen by the Mesozoic.
Once again, you're checking out Sound Check. RHETTMATIC, D Styles, Beat Junkie Sound. Yes. Getting into the mix now. Starting off with this New Ill Bill, the Ballad of Billy. And once again, you're checking out
Sound Check.
And the crew is yeah. So to the chat room. Yeah.
Prime talent for really. Guaranteed recorded in Brooklyn, the mix down in Philly. silent for really. Guaranteed recorded in Brooklyn, the mix down in Philly. This be the death of the party. I shine so bright I explode. Liddy from the muzzle fire in the hole. Pain is my best friend, yes. Co-pilots at the death. Reminding me I'm alive until I take my last breath. The goon is a bit the two buildings when they crash jets. Throw the money on the table if there's any last bets. Fuckers you be for thinking about, slinking about. Then from the window more down and killed off a fifth of the crowd. Whoa, shooters are starstruck, villains know more the lyrics. Mix a little bit of Hennessy with the syrup. Never confuse the energy with the spirit. You can tell who the fuck been doing this for more than a minute. My demographic be headache and acid. My algorithms are classic like Barry Manilow ballads. Listen, look, dope fiends breaking into people's cars, bleeding from open scars from the needles in their arms. Graffiti resemble alien hieroglyphics. Bleeding letters drip in front of my baby eyes lifted. I pops out with the shotty out, knock a body out like a mafiosi. Your poppy owes me. I get it rockin' like how he told me. On God, he won't catch me on the road with John Bon Jovi. This
Yes, exclusive. New Napoleon the Legend in these styles. Off the album Invincible Rap Missile. This joint is called Blacktual News. I don't know if I said that right, but yes, once again. Album drops this Friday. Go pick it up.
Stump like the heart in my chest. The hi-hats be my breath. That's why every track I bless, they gotta give me respect. Overall, a nigga fresh and I'm still considered a vet. Hate it when they say they feeling it, but don't cut me a check. So what the fuck you expect? I'm going into my death. Even then, I probably return as a high-level exec. I'll be rhyming in my afterlife. All you rappers gon' have to fight. Spazzing on every MC feature in sight. Make sure your speakers is right. When that hook boomerang, that shit gon' get niggas hype. They might ignite a couple things. I'm speaking life on the mic. You ain't gotta do a thing. Now listen to what I'm saying, turn it up and let it bang. This for my niggas hanging on them corners every single day, who be praying for better ways to get paid. I feel your pain, ain't too different in this game. Shit, everybody the same. If you ain't out here spitting flames,
Body soul, I got an internal division. Came to term with my ambition, needed nobody's permission. Body soul, I got an internal division. Came to term with my ambition, needed nobody's permission. Body soul, I got an internal division. Came to term with my ambition, needed nobody's permission. Body soul, I got an internal division. Came to term. Body soul, I got an internal division. Came to term with my ambition, needed nobody's permission. Without getting too specific, I'm gifted. These dudes laughable. Fans get superstitious off top. I'm supernatural. Giving you the blacktual news, they knowledge lacking. That needle sitting real steady when they polygraph it. And bullets don't discriminate, that tough talk light. Guaranteed them sheets they put on you stay tucked all night. And we can peep your blood type from how you carry yourself. And of course persona changes when you never yourself. You wanna be down so bad and yet you sound so bad. When that buzz fizzles out, you gonna be down so bad. Only a few of us really talk that shit. Where you could understand every word and really walk that shit. And if I drop a name brand, I could afford that bitch. No loans, no down payments, I just bought that bitch. Reality is life, and life is not fiction. If we can't relate to your vibes, we won't listen. Never known for biting my tongue. I stand by my word and I protect it like the life of my sons. Reality is life, and life is not fiction. If we can't relate to your vibes, we won't listen. Never known for biting my tongue. I stand by my word and I protect it like the life of my sons.
Sound check.
It's nothing new. Everything comes in cycles. This shit is nothing fucking new. You know, you don't act like you ain't seen it before. When you already seen this, girl, like, pay attention and you will know what it is. Like, I wrote a destiny and quoted specialties, then open sesame. The recipe is sold separately. No questioning my methods when I'm on the mezzanine. Another level. Tell the devil that soon as I rest in peace. Flow heavenly, the Pope bless me. Supposed to test me, they know my flesh is so Nestle. I feel so sexy, too much for this shit. Your girl a go lesy. If she seeing my bitch, my crew is don't test me. Feel like Joe Pesci, my DJ cuts lefty, then he smokes Reggie. MCs don't impress me, throw them in the hefty. Think that they can spit, it be so depressing. And just like bacon bits, they be overdressing. I look out the window, some folks are so scary. Sometimes I try to chill, the city won't let me. I see this local male, he be on the ropes daily like it's pro wrestling and don't carry needed coke therapy. Oh, hey homie, share the weed. Swear he broke like cherries or the NO levies. He would hoop and tee like a Pinto Chevy Vega. An hour later it will be most stressing. Varies how much you carry, swear it be so heavy. Voting for the Prezi, knows how to load a Desi. And he hold it so steady, make your dome messy. Then it goes pop, like it's so deadbeat. And it don't stop, till it's so empty. Said he had to pump bass like it's low end very clearly.
Your arms too short to box with the guard. Your arms too short to box with the guard. The guard. Your arms too short to box with the guard.
Yes. Exclusive shit. Another Napoleon the Legend and D Styles. This is the title track of the album, Invincible Rap Music. And once again, you're checking out
SOUNDCHECK.
The crew is. And once again, this is
D-Styles and Poe, serve you the fix, flooded y'all with 3 miles of snow. D-Styles and Poe, serve you the fix, flooded y'all with 3 miles of snow. D-Styles and Poe, serve you the fix, flooded y'all with 3 miles of snow. D-Styles and Poe, serve you the fix, flooded y'all with 3 miles of snow. D-Styles and Poe, serve you the fix, flooded y'all with 3 miles of snow. The power of a 50 cow, 30 cows and goats. Put it on an album, that's about 3,000 quotes. That holier than down sound like I'm around the boat. From the north to down south, shows around the globe. This ain't a clown show you used to. We rep it like the Juice Crew, building wealth for the culture, pass it around like Susu. Sock pots, rock the block party like Herb, the heavy head bop. Tomorrow whole body might hurt. Type persistent like a Herbalife rep. Turntablist and MC, that'll turn the table on the industry. Money on the table, you could table the talk. Wondering how all these spineless niggas able to walk to cold glacier. My mama told me lacing. So welcome to the Terror Dome like Assalamu alaikum.
Your arms too short to box with the guard. Your arms too short to box with the guard. Your arms too short to box with the guard.
Had it all to get together, you know the goals.
Cursed adversaries for they mind a deplorable tactic. The first is planetary alignment. Dispelling cursed adversaries for they mind a deplorable tactic. The first is planetary alignment. Dispelling cursed adversaries for they mind a deplorable tactic. The first is planetary alignment. Dispelling cursed adversaries for they mind a deplorable. Dispelling cursed adversaries for they mind a deplorable tactic. The first is planetary alignment and orbital patterns and origin matters. When the story switched from inglorious bastards in their 40s, all of their traumas poured into taverns as warriors, calisthenics, the source of your aneurysm. I check and aborted. You see the forces of magnetism, martyrs for the cause, and this ain't no corporate activism. Ill since you was still on the porch and more fanatic with it. Ammunition bursted the cannon shots and bigger the sacrilegious disestablishment like the churches of Antioch. Emerging in this lane, but them niggas swerve from the anti-locks around me for their purpose, and then the verses get plagiarized. They up against pillars. What the fuck? We get custom to building in cities with children growing up faster than Hutchins and Guilford can fuck with the illest. Catch a slug and get tippy, or face a secret indictments because it's drugs in the literature. Fuck you mean, nigga? Like I ain't had a city buzzing when none of the shit was poppin'. Was international plug. Fuck you mean, nigga? Like I ain't had them niggas changing they verses, calling the studio, hit it back and they bludgeon. Fuck you mean, nigga? Like I wasn't biking off of the illest though when you spin on a jock at my life.
live show. Fuck you mean, nigga? Like I ain't give you the resources. The bad mouth in the car that they leave with their eyes closed.
Once again, you're checking out Soundcheck, RHETTMATIC, D Styles. This drum right here, it's called Bad Rap by the Speaker Bullies, by my brother Superstition and Praise One. And you're checking out
Soundcheck.
Just last year, ain't nobody wanna mention the OG. Now they throwing me the crown and the emperor's clothing. Last year, ain't nobody wanna mention the OG. Now they throwing me the crown and the emperor's clothing. Last year, ain't nobody wanna mention the OG. Now they throwing me the crown and the emperor's clothing. Last year, ain't nobody wanna mention the OG. Now they last year, ain't nobody wanna mention the OG. Now they throwing me the crown and the emperor's clothing. Got a better team, stronger mind, mentally focused. 17 concubines attempted to disrobe me. I'm a mastermind. Fuck what the next man do. Go find a bathroom sign if you want a sex symbol. I make enemies with my tendency to piss off people. My lines rarely miss like Chris Paul free throws. These lames try to hold me back. Boy, did y'all fail. Your whole squad caught it. Mr. Moy brought him hell. After fights, having shirt looking like Gordon Gartrell. But y'all cockroaches could not stop both of us. Rap CEO, see I earn the potential. When they talk numbers, I just see a permanent pencil. If anybody want beef, I don't really speak threats. See, none of y'all could be first, but all y'all could be next. I think that bullies get a bad rap, bad rap. I think that bullies get a bad rap, bad rap. Cause we take what's yours, then we claim it as ours. They say that we abuse and our powers. You allow it, man, these bullies get a bad rap, bad rap. I think that bullies get a bad rap, bad rap. Cause we take what's yours, then we claim it as ours. They say that we abuse and our power. Walking with a jack.
Salute, if you're just tuning in. Soundcheck, RHETTMATIC, D Styles.
This is DJ John Doe, Southern Vanguard, and you're in the mix with RHETTMATIC of the world famous Beat Junkies.
Any repercussions, best believe it got dealt with. This is top shelf shit. Oh, the cops fell sick. Any repercussions, best believe it got. This is top shelf shit. Oh, the cops fell sick. Any repercussions, best believe it got dealt with. Yeah, Fliego Delgado, I'm marking myself. Open up the bag so my partners can help. Okay, smarter with the money, yo, I sharpen my wealth. Put some ice in my veins so it's blowing Louis 1-3 in the bluish Humvee. Run off with the packy, we removing some feet. My lawyer's on point, the numbers are straight. Still get the call when it's coming. Relaxed in the chair while my babe braid my hair. I heard my mother whisper, you got wax in your ear. My fashion accessories is gas in the weaponry. My oppers tried to pull up, I'm slowing off season when my dogs start eating. If we short, it's gonna go up, y'all gonna all start leaving. Apply the pressure so the gang can't breathe. Apply the pressure so the gang can't breathe. Apply the pressure so the gang can't breathe. Get into it, put in work and let me roll my sleeves. Apply the pressure so the gang can't breathe. Apply the pressure so the gang can't breathe.
What up? You got your man NEJMA in the building. Y'all tuned in to Beat Junkie Radio.
Mike murder. If I grab the mic, it might turn into a burner. Mike murder, Mike murder. When I grab the mic, shit. Mike murder, Mike murder. If I grab the mic, it might turn into a burner. Mike murder, Mike murder. If I grab the mic, it might turn into a burner. Mike murder, Mike murder. If I grab the mic, it might turn into a burner. Mike murder, Mike murder. Mike murder, Mike murder. If I grab the mic, it might turn into a burner. Mike murder, Mike murder. When I grab the mic, shit just murder Mike. Flame them all burning in sight. Can't see me like who cut off the lights. It's exercise like you all on the bike. E.T. phoning home over the moon. Be gone in the night. Like, Lord forgive them, cause they ain't know. trying to stop this greatness. You must be high off oregano. When I leave the earth, that'll be the day I won't. Slaying monsters in the water, screaming Beowulf. Lay the loaf on the table. For the king we able at a distance, he consistently disabled. Keep your circle like your navel. So the bullshit could evade you. It's tradition, count cards so I can spade you up. I be multi when you're so fly. Rings in your home, that's so fire. Great off the lesson, embracing the imperfections just like it's low-fi. Now the shark streaming no miles, you know why? I never back down. On Friday night, giving smackdowns. It ain't finished, break dance, I spin back round. Shop the photo, switch the background. They caught the hell and don't know how to act now. Steady running from the black cloud. Mic murder, mic murder. If I grab the mic, it might turn into a burner. Mic murder, mic murder. When I grab the mic, shit just... What you hear is not a test, it's called the delight. Rappers is what you called on the mic. Hit the stage in your own skin, nigga. Get caught in the fright. It take you out like it ordered your life. These niggas seafood.
Murder. You know how we do it. Real boss niggas. Murder. Real boss. You know how we do it. Real boss niggas. Murder. Real boss, you know how we do it. Real boss niggas. Real boss, you know how we do it. Real boss niggas.
Yo. That's a lot of yo's. You know why? Cause I said yo. DJ Premier. Beat Junkie Radio. These guys fuck with records. You guys fuck with caca. That's bullshit. Get the fuck off the fucking set. Unless you got violence and some music. Can't scratch without it. One love, y'all. Hey. You motherfuckers know me from way back. When I breeze through the hood, know I'm good, I'm lax, I'm at it. You motherfuckers know me from way back. When I breeze through the hood, know I'm good, I'm lax, I'm at it. You motherfuckers know me from way back. When I breeze through the hood, know I'm good, I'm lax, I'm at it. You motherfuckers know me from way back. When good, I'm lax. You motherfuckers know me from way back. When I breeze through the hood, know I'm good, I'm lax, I'm at ease. Collecting my fees, you owing me tax. I'm real down to that grown man in the lap. And I know you motherfuckers know that I stay strapped. And if you keep fucking up, then I'ma give you the rap. It's all real, it's all feel. I come up in the trap. Learn to get in and get out and cover your tracks. Know how to blend in and did in, dispose of the gap. Known for sinning to win and to close the gap. I can show you how to fit in if you close your trap. Why skills don't play a part in the way I rap. Why it's a soft spot in my heart for this rugged ass playground. And why my first love was a pound. And why nigga really still down. And why the hell they calling them gates now. You know who the fuck this is. Worldwide on the thorough side of things. It's the hardest spitting M.O.P. You know who the fuck this is. Worldwide on the thorough side of things. It's the hardest spitting M.O.P.
Now who take back shots, a straight yak instead of vodka. No wings, but I'm fly like a helicopter. They gotta respect it. Tough shit is hella proper. Holla, y'all motherfuckers will never stop us. We tear the blocks up. Yeah, nigga, the blocks us. Heard y'all called next. Yeah, we still hopped up the field in the building, still making a killing. Ain't a thing changed, still chasing the millions, still banging the thing. Name one of the realest to ever enter the game, so it ain't a thing to giving the business. Bring back that gangster music, no strings attached, no batteries included. Hit 'em with the blueprint, the streets approved it. MOB ain't just any team, we a movement. So introducing the new shit from the cats that gave a lot of dudes they influence.
You know who the fuck this is?
Worldwide on the thorough side of things.
It's the hardest. Spittin' MOP. You know who the fuck this is?
Worldwide on the thorough side of things.
It's the hardest. Spittin' MOP.
And I'm back. Gia. Salute, salute, salute. Let me bring back D over here. What up, D?
Damn, Red playing some hard ass shit right there, boy.
Oh man, I mean, I had to, especially I'm playing some exclusive shit. It's about to drop this Friday, May 5th.
Oh, word, yeah. No, thank you for playing that, man.
Two hard joints.
It's so dope to hear like songs that you make, and then hearing that mix with other songs. You know what I mean?
Nah, come on, D. You know, you've been killing it, dude. So I mean, shit. I mean, I gotta play the joints, man. Come on.
Appreciate you, man. So let me do a quick recap then what you played.
Yeah.
Let's see. You started off with let's see, Been Valid, Super Bad Soulless.
Yes.
That's a new one for me. I never heard that one right there.
Yeah, that's off his new album that he dropped like a couple months ago and stuff. So
okay, he's from Queens, you said?
Yeah, man. He's from a group called Timeless Truth. So him, two brothers and stuff. But yeah, he's been putting in some work. He's been working like he did with Sean P, Rock Marcy. Oh, he's. And it was crazy. He works for he's a polo head, as you can tell, and he works for what do you call it? Those agency, not talent agency, commercial agency.
Oh, got it. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. After that was Boss Rootin' by Supreme Cerebral. Next song after that was The Ballad of Billy by Ill Bill. Brand new Ill Bill right there, right?
Yep.
After that, exclusive Blackshville News by Napoleon the Legend and D Styles featuring Innocent and Josiah the Gift. Exclusive right there. After that joint was Mezzanine by Charlie Smarts and DJ Ill Digit. That was a dope one.
Yeah, that's produced by Ninth Wonder.
Oh shit! Okay.
Yeah,
that was heat right there. After that, another exclusive, Invincible Rap Missiles. Napoleon the Legend and D Styles right there. Thank you for playing that one.
Title track of the album.
Title track, right. After that was Fuck You Mean by Buddha Monk and Ill Conscious.
Shouts to Buddha Monk all the way to Tokyo.
Yep, Buddha Monk, the homie. After that was Bad Rap by Speaker Bullies. Next joint was Pressure by Flea Lord and Crisis. Brand new Flea Lord right there.
Oh, dude, have you heard the new Flea Lord album?
I heard some of it, but I gotta really sit and really like bump it. You know what I mean?
Oh man, dude, got bangers on there, dude. Bangers.
I don't doubt it. Next joint was Mike Murder by Boulevard and Mike C. Shout out to Mike C, the homie right there.
Yep. Shout out to the man. $20 Julio, Bombirdo. They got I forgot the crew's called. Is it 100? Is it 1200?
Yeah, something like that. I know they got like a production crew. So shout out to those guys for sure. That was a dope joint. What up, Mike Steve? And last but not least, the Thorough Side, Teflon featuring MOP.
Produced by Premier.
Oh, that's Primo. Oh, no wonder.
Yeah. Banger right there. Like, I had, like, you can't go wrong with MOP.
You can't. I mean, they had that classic mosh pit type of vibe. You know what I mean?
Man, every time I listen to them, I just want to go and fucking. Even though I don't want to do it, I want to like just rob somebody or some shit like that,
or at least drive 100 miles per hour, you know?
Or something like that. Like or throw some kids out the window or some shit like that. I don't know.
Yeah.
Man, another dope classic show. D.
Yeah, man. Yeah. So dope talking to NEJMA. You know what I mean? And just hearing her story and just you know what I mean, just her thoughts on everything.
Yes. I mean, and please, if you like what you hear from her, please support ILMC. Also, be on the lookout with her and Napoleon the Legend. They got, obviously they got a couple of projects already and stuff. But, so make sure you go support her. Of course, support D and Napoleon the Legend. The album drops May 5th.
Yeah, this Friday, a couple days. It drops on all the digital streaming sites. And if you want to cop the vinyl, it'll be through on Bandcamp through Perpetual Stew, which is the homies Widowmaker.
Yep. Shouts to the Widowmaker. Yep. Oh, who's coming? They got some else shit, dude. I see why you're working with them, D. I see why you're working with them.
Oh, those guys are super dope, man. Super dope. Oh yeah. Before I forget, we have a video dropping too. Myself and Napoleon, for the song that you played, Invincible Rap Missiles.
Oh, word?
Dropping this Friday through Pocket the Plug, his YouTube. So Pocket the Plug's gonna premiere it, and then of course we're gonna post it on Instagram and all that.
Look at you, D. Well, I mean, since you're promoting, I might as well do some promotions and stuff too as well. Well, first of all, shout out to Steph, DG 5150 Steph, giving us a raid.
Oh, what up, Steph? 5150.
Yeah. Man, D, we got lucky. We've been getting some raids in the last couple of times.
I know, crazy, right?
Man, what's crazy is that we had a crazy raid on the last show, which you weren't on. It was a classic show. We had Souls of Mischief, man. But,
yeah, man. Yep.
Man. But you know what? The craziest thing about it is that YouTube blocked the replay.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah. I don't know, because I play all Souls of Mischief stuff. That's I don't know, like.
Yep.
Yeah. So, but you can listen to the episode on our podcast, right?
Yeah, Spotify and Apple. Yep.
Right. So we got that, and then anyways, I always want to promote two things. You're talking about video. I shot a video with Jay Rawls and Razkaz and Blue for our joint, The Sun.
I can't wait for that one, man.
So that's dropping, real soon. I gotta say that I just found out this morning that Fat Beat sold out of our vinyl.
Oh, what? Congratulations!
Yeah. So RHETTMATIC, if you guys didn't get it, it's
that's it. It's a done deal.
Yeah, I gotta send you one too, though.
You gotta sign it, bro. You gotta sign it.
Shh, you gotta sign mine. You look at all these. I got this here. I got this here. You didn't sign mine.
Oh, my bad.
Oh, my bad. Well, at least you got a cassette. We do still have some cassettes on the Beat Junkie Sound Bandcamp. Right?
Yeah, we do. We have a few cassettes and a few CDs on Beat Junkie Bandcamp for sure.
Yep. And then also too, next Wednesday, I'm actually re-releasing this album. It's been out. It's been 10 years old. It's only been on Bandcamp, but it's officially going to be on all the streaming platforms.
Yep.
I'm re-releasing a project that Frank Nitt and myself put out 10 years ago called Smoke Music EP.
Damn. EP.
Yeah.
So how many songs is that?
At the time it was considered EP. It's 8 songs.
Oh,
now
man,
it's an album. It's an album, but back then it was an EP. Because if you think about it, back then, 10 years ago, 12 songs is considered an album. 5 to 8 was considered an EP.
Right. It was mad strict back then for some reason. Right?
Yeah. So, so it's I'm re-releasing it next Wednesday on all streaming platforms.
Damn. Okay.
Via Beat Junkie Sound, of course.
Right.
So be on the lookout. So be on the lookout for the RHETTMATIC video, The Sun, and be next week. Frank Nitt, RHETTMATIC, Smoke Music.
Sick.
Yeah.
Can't wait, bro. Can't wait.
Yeah. So, but anything new coming up for you? Oh shit! Come on, man. Hey, I see Short in the chat room.
Oh, what up? What's up, Short? Speaking of Short, my Shortcut, myself and Q, we have a show in LA, June 17th, downtown LA at a location still to be announced. It's one of those underground type of warehouse rave events. It's called Trauma Fest / Rhyme Fest. So,
damn.
Yeah, June 17th.
Trauma Fest or Rhyme Fest? Which
Trauma Fest and Rhyme Fest presents.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Trauma Fest though. Trauma Fest.
Trauma. Yeah. No, because it's a
I know.
It's like a drum and bass / jungle type of event.
That's pretty traumatic right there.
Traumatic. Yeah. No, but it's dope because they're bringing it back to like, you know, how it was like in the 90s where you didn't know where this party was going to be until 2 hours before, you know what I mean? 3 hours before.
I remember those days, but I mean,
scavenger hunt, you know what I mean?
Happy hunting for you, man.
I know, right?
No, so yeah, be on the lookout for that. Of course, I think Shortcut's going to be in town next week. I think.
Okay.
I think he's doing some type of b-boy event with DJ Lean Rock.
Okay.
Something like that. He's going to be in town in LA, so May 12th, I believe. So
May 12th.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. But are we going to also be on the lookout for Invisible Scratch Pickle's new album, D?
Yeah, I mean we're still working on that, man. So it's still too early to really talk about it, you know.
Oh, oops.
But yeah.
Oops. Oops.
Yeah. No, but it's going down though.
Okay.
It's going down.
That's what's up, man. Yeah. But yeah, man. So yeah, again, another classic show. We got another show in 2 weeks. I can announce who we got on the show.
Yep, go for it.
We got Superstition.
Ooh, sick.
Yeah, Superstition is going to be on the show. What's the date? In 2 weeks. It's May 16th, guys.
May 16th. Okay.
So he dropped a new EP a couple of months ago, and he's about to actually this Friday. Him and Praise One, they're a group called. I actually played a joint. They're called Speaker Bullies.
That's right. That's right.
So they're gonna So we're gonna talk to Superstition about his projects. His solo project, of course, was with Praise One, and man, it's gonna be a dope show, man. So
yeah, man, I'm looking forward to it.
Yes, sir. So, well, it's that time, D.
It's that time, Rhett. Good stuff, though, man. Always a good time. You know what I mean?
I mean, eventually, like maybe the next 2 months or so, we'll probably, we'll have another Southern Vanguard soundcheck show. You know, like
oh yeah,
where we get to see you. We get to see you mix. I mean, since you don't get to mix on this particular show.
Yeah. I'll play a couple songs. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but when are we gonna have you mix here, though? Just on sound checks.
I gotta fix my Wi-Fi.
Oh. It only works when John's in town, huh?
yeah, pretty much.
Yeah. Well, we like to also say again, special thanks to our guest, NEJMA. NEFERTITI. NEJMA.
There you go.
Thank you, D. That's why you're always here to correct me. I'm always messing up and stuff. So.
Yep.
Yeah, Sneaky D. That's all I got.
Sneaky D.
Yeah, I mean, shoot. But anyways, yeah, everyone, we'll see you soon. On behalf of D and myself, we appreciate you. We'll see you in 2 weeks.
Thank you, everybody. Appreciate you.
Yep, and we'll see you soon. Peace.
Hey.